This article is again about rapid subduction, which is a way in which plate tectonics could work in the flood scenario. It was proposed about 40 years ago, and the concept was this, that the plates in the flood week would move very quickly. And by that we're talking about those huge areas of crust that would support the oceans and support the continents. And under rapid subduction, the oceanic plates would sink into the mantle very, very quickly in the space of a few months. And that would then create all the features that we see around the world, the very deep trenches around the Pacific, which are also got huge mountain ranges on the continental side. So the oceanic side is very deep trenches, continental side is very tall mountains such as the Rockies, the Andes, the mountains of Japan and Indonesia, etc. And New Zealand. The Ring of Fire, this is called. Now, one of the predictions of this particular idea was that there would be the cold or relatively cold mantle, cold slabs of oceanic crust embedded in the mantle because it would have only happened a few thousand years ago, and therefore this oceanic crust, as it slipped rapidly into the mantle, would not have had time to heat up, so it would still be cold. Well, results have come in from the last few years using seismic waves, and in those results there does seem to be a feature in the mantle which looks like cold crusts. That in fact the very thing that the creationists had predicted would be the product of rapid subduction has been found. Now, if you assume that these plates have been moving very slowly, then as they slipped into the mantle, they would have had more than enough time over millions of years to heat up, and there shouldn't be any temperature gradient or discrepancy, as it were. And so it is things like this that are very encouraging, because they show that the evidence for theories that are proposed by creationists is coming to fruit. It's coming to our attention now that we have the equipment to find these things. And the last 10 years, I would say, there's been, and in fact, last 20 years, I would say, there's been an amazing increase in evidence as our technology has become more sophisticated, to show that the creationist ideas across the board, whether it be in terms of biology and the complexity of the genetic code, whether it's in terms of the geology and, as I was saying, the rapid subduction, or whether it's to do with soft tissue and dinosaur bones, it just seems that more and more evidence is coming our way to support the Bible and its history. And I think that's because God is in the business of wanting to save people. He wants people to come to the knowledge of salvation. And he's urgent in this matter because he knows the time is short and we need to be ready now. Today is the day of salvation. There will come a day when there will be no more opportunity for salvation. And so I trust that this website will furnish the evidence people need to make an informed decision about God and about the way of salvation. Well, thank you for listening.